Now, as far as a reboot that actually hit the mark,
Yeah, yeah,
Four Brothers, which I was not actually aware was a reboot.
yeah. Yeah, it's a reboot of a John Wayne Western called The Sons of Katie Elder, which I have seen. It's a good movie. Um, and basically, yeah, same setup. Things happen, but yeah. So Four Brothers. This is with Mark Wahlberg. Uh, yeah, you got Tyrese Gibson, Andre 3000, and then I can't remember Garrett. Oh yeah, Garrett Hedlund, who was I remember him from Tron Legacy.
Yeah, I think that's his biggest role. I guess he's one of those guys who was like he was in a bunch of high profile movies for a hot minute, then none of them really panned out. So
Yeah. But yeah, so the four of them they play they're foster brothers and from Detroit, and they return home when their foster mother is brutally murdered in a convenience store robbery.
right, what seems like a random convenience store robbery.
Yeah, um, but of course they start looking into it more and find out that no, it wasn't just a ordinary convenience store robbery. It was actually somebody wanted her dead, and
Mhm.
through the course of the movie, they do their own little investigation and find out that well, mild spoilers here. So like Andre 3000's character of the four brothers, he seems to be the one that has like a good head on his shoulders, or he's like at least trying to live a normal life because he's married, he's got two kids.
Right. I mean, Mark Wahlberg's character, he's a hooligan slash hockey player, but I repeat myself. Uh, who, when they say, have you gone straight? Straightish.
Yeah. Uh,
Tyrese Gibson, he was. They keep calling him Jarhead, so Marine,
mhm.
with a interesting taste in women. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, I'll be honest. Even if Sofia Vergara seems a little bit insane in that movie, I get it.
Yeah, I do too.
Garrett Hedlund seems to be a rock star. Would be overstating it. He is a rock musician
Mhm.
of who doesn't seem to be the most popular.
Yeah, yeah.
Then,
Um,
but yeah, then Andre 3000's character, he's trying to make a business for himself, and it appears that he has fallen in with the wrong crowd.
yeah, yeah. So he kind of yeah, he's fallen in with this gangster, and I'm sorry, I can't remember how to pronounce the actor's name. I just remember him from Doctor Strange.
I recall him being was he Mordo?
Yes,
Oh, Baron Mordo, excuse me.
Mordo. Yeah,
Okay, I thought he seemed familiar outside of that, but
yeah,
yeah, honestly, he had a name where I read it and I had never encountered that name before, so it didn't stick with me.
yeah. I think Victor was the name of his character. Victor Sweet.
Victor Sweet, which brings us to another interesting point. So during the middle of a car chase scene in the snow with a couple of crappy older cars, the soundtrack kicked in, and I realized, holy crap! Someone made a black exploitation movie starring Mark Wahlberg in 2005.
Yeah,
Because this movie is insane.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
Like Mark Wahlberg, like he is a loose cannon. He would make Dirty Harry go, "Whoa, you need to calm down a little bit, boy."
yeah,
he, he would make the guy from Death Wish goes, "Whoa, I mean, we all like revenge, but you're kind of going a little bit psycho here."
yeah. Oh,
'Cause
you're dousing people in gasoline. Oh, that's a bit much.
yeah, his default move, whenever somebody doesn't give him the information he wants, is to start dousing people in gasoline and playing around with a cigarette or a lighter. He
Yeah,
does this twice in the same movie.
yeah,
And his brothers, okay, the two brothers who aren't Andre 3000, go along with it.
Yeah,
Oh, this is a totally normal way to interrogate and interact with people. Sure, why not?
yeah, yeah,
I know better than to turn on Mark.
yeah, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Um, so I would say that this one is actually so last week we reviewed Nobody, which I was kind of lukewarm on. Like it had good points, but I overall wasn't quite for me. This one was much more up my wheelhouse, and I think it's because if you're going to have absurd violence, I want it to at least be like wacky,
Yeah,
or like just to be like, I kind of want to go, holy crap! I kept doing that the whole movie. Like, holy crap! Did he just douse that councilman's SUV in gasoline?
yeah,
Holy crap! Did Victor Sweet just get annoyed that his friend was eating, or not his friend, his associate was eating during their meeting? So he picked up his bowl of pasta, threw it on the ground, then made him and his wife eat them off the ground like a dog.
yeah. Oh, did he really get so mad at that city councilman that he made him go sit at the kids' table?
Yes. Yeah, like so this movie has insane heroes. It also has insane over the top villains, and I loved it.
Yeah, yeah,
Just unapologetic about what it was, and it kept you guessing about what was going to happen next.
yeah. Yeah.
Now, as far as the performances go, I think that everybody actually impressed me.
Yeah, I thought everyone was really good in this movie. Yeah, yeah. Obviously Wahlberg brought that insanity very well, and
Yeah, and he had layers to him. Like he clearly was a tough, traditionally masculine guy. Like, yeah, he cried over his mother, but he did it in the bathroom where no one could see.
yeah,
Yeah, he keeps throwing homophobic barbs at his uh, rock star brother,
yeah,
but clearly he still loves him. He's just razzing him the whole time, razzing
yeah,
him the whole time.
yeah. And yeah, and then of course he had the whole thing with Tyrese Gibson and Sofia Vergara, their whole relationship.
Yes.
It's like,
Like, you're amazed that neither of them had ended up stabbed by the other yet.
yeah,
And I would only say it's like a 70-30 chance it would be Sophia doing the stabbing.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
I was actually kind of impressed by Andre 3000. I don't really think of him as an actor, but he did a nice job here.
yeah. Yeah, and the actress who plays his wife, I know she's not really in this movie that much, but she was in Person of Interest um, with Jim Caviezel. It was a TV show on in the 2010s.
I've heard of it. I never saw it, but
It's a good show. If you ever, it might be on Paramount Plus or Netflix, but that's a show I would highly recommend giving a watch. Yeah, but but yeah, no, I thought this movie was very well done. It was directed by John Singleton, who also directed the remake of Shaft, hence the blaxploitation feel.
yeah. And I will say I don't think I even want to talk about the ending too much because
Yeah,
that was the one part of the movie I had seen on TV one time, and it's why I kind of came into this with a positive memory, but I couldn't remember what the movie was about because I showed up at the punchline.
yeah, yeah,
But it's a great ending sequence that manages to use all of the characters well, and it's a little silly but plausible enough. Is the
yeah,
well,
yeah.
like it didn't jump the shark at the end.
Right. Yeah.
Because by strict logic rules, you're like, okay, is there a reason that the councilman didn't just turn the police on these guys when when he could say yes, officer, and then he proceeded to douse my car in gasoline and threaten me with a lighter
Yeah.
while I was in it.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe that's normal in Detroit. I've never been. I'll have to ask my coworker from Michigan what she thinks
It,
about that.
it might be, given how wild that city is. Yeah. Man.
Um, yeah, like as far as it's a story about a grounded situation starring insane characters is the way I would put it.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think that is an accurate description. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, yeah, check it out, Paramount Plus. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that ends this delayed episode.